Okay, so I just kind of want to make a quick little update. I started college out of nowhere. I was not supposed to start until fall of this year, 2025, but I got an email from an advisor on a random Friday and was like, hey, online classes start Monday. Let me know. Like, I need to know ASAP if you want to do it. And I was like, okay, sure, I guess. I mean, I just, went into it. I did talk to a few nurses that went to ICC, and they recommended me not to take A&P 1 and 2 online, that it's going to be really hard because it's already a hard class. YOLO, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm taking my midterms today, so I'm really nervous. I'm hoping I can at least make a 70, like a C. If I can make a C, I'll feel okay. I think I have like the basis of the information, but when it gets down to like the nitty gritty, this layer, that layer, what function, does this organ system do? Like, some of that gets a little backwards, a little confused, a little hard. It's a lot of information to retain. And I am doing an accelerated version of the class is what I was told, because it's like an 8-week course of A&P 1 and then directly A&P 2, all online. And then I'm off for the summer, and then I will be applying to the LPN program this fall. So as long as I can make a C in A&P 1 and 2, just a C, I'm like, if I cannot do that, something is wrong. Right now I have an A. I have a 98.67, or no, 76. 98.76 is my average. I have been slacking though. Like, the times I needed to be studying, I've been like playing Fortnite or like scrolling on my phone. I've been wasting a lot of time. That's on me. And because my midterms are today and tomorrow, I'm taking my lab today and then my lecture tomorrow, exams, I've realized I need to pick it up. I need to get it in gear. I need to stop slacking because I'm worried. I took the practice midterm exam last night. You can take it as many times as you want to. I just took it once because it's 100 questions. It's really long. It takes a lot of time. It took me an hour. And I made, I think it was like a 68, or no, it was a 70, something like that. Not great. Almost to the point where I want to be at least a C, but still, it's got me like a little, because a good bit of them, I say maybe about 15, no idea, and I got very lucky and guessed right on those. So, yeah, but I got my Red Bull, and I'm about to go pick up Jace from school, bring him back home. I'm already dressed, ready to go. I have no idea where I'm going. I've never been to a college campus. I'm gonna have to like call the office and be like, well, I don't even know where to park. No idea. And I'm supposed to find this little tiny building to go test in, so it can be proctored. But yeah, I'm really nervous. I'm hoping, I don't know if it'll tell me my grade automatically. I'm hoping for at least a 70. Please let it be just, if it's a 70, fantastic. I'm okay with that. I'm nervous to see how much it's going to bring down my grade, because I know it's going to bring it down a lot. That's my timer to go get Jace. But yeah, I'm super excited, and I hope it goes good. I really want to pass these classes because I really want to go into the LPN program. So that's kind of what I got planned right now. So we'll see, and yeah. Okay, hopefully y'all can see me well. I know it's kind of dark in here, but I just kind of wanted to give a little update. So the lecture exam, I prayed for at least a 70, made a 72. So I'm happy with that. There was 100 questions, and I know 72 of them. I'm not mad at that. It means I know about like 3/4 of everything so far, like those chapters, And then I took my lab exam 2 days later because we had a snow day, ice day. So school was canceled the day I was supposed to take it. So I went in and took it, and I was praying for at least an 80. I was like, please God, let me get at least 80. Like, I gotta bring my average back up. I'm at 86. So kind of crazy. I'm very happy with that. Like, that test overall was pretty easy. It was a lot easier. The lab was a lot easier than the lecture, which I'm kind of surprised with, because on Canvas, like the website that we use to like read our books and like do all the homework and quizzes and stuff, it's kind of backwards. Like, the labs for me are harder than the actual lecture, like regular quizzes. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe you know what I mean. But right now I'm on chapter 11. It's due tomorrow night at midnight, like tomorrow night at 11:59 p.m. So I've got all day today and all day tomorrow to finish all this up. I can kind of show you guys exactly what it looks like and what I do like throughout reading everything. So let me try to flip this. Okay, so this is my course home. So that's the interactive reading. Every chapter has one of those. And then you have the dynamic study modules, which she said those are optional, but I always do them because that's, I mean, it's a free grade and I make pretty much 100 to a 98 on everything, like those wise and everything else really, but those especially, I'm like, why not? Why would I not just get a free grade? So I always do those, even though you don't have to. I got some homework, some lab homework, a lab quiz, a practice quiz, and then a real quiz. And then, you know, we just keep going. And I think we only have just a few more chapters and we'll be done. Yep, chapter 14 is the last thing we have. So that's exciting. Right now I'm doing interactive reading. So what I do is I go through and read everything. And if there's anything that I read and I was like, I kind of want to make a note of it, like write it down, which I haven't been writing in my notebook like I did at the beginning of this semester. This is what I've been doing. Like since right before I took my midterms, I started just putting everything into Quizlet. Like automatically, which I was already doing Quizlet at the beginning of this semester, but this is now the only thing that I do. This is primarily like how I study, which I did get a whiteboard from Home Depot. It's a giant whiteboard and a chalkboard on the other side for $8, so that's not bad. I'm gonna try to do, I think they call it like active recall or something like that, where you just kind of write down what you remember, try to, like, as if you're a teacher of a class, try to teach it, you know, to help yourself understand better and remember. And then when I get to like the photos, I'll just copy everything, go over here to my Google Docs, paste it, and then put it in front of text, and I can change the size and all that. But I have done this for literally every chapter. Yeah, every single chapter we have, yeah. So that's my nursing application for LPN program, but yeah, that's all I do. And then let me just scroll through here. There you go. These questions, I always put those into Quizlet as well. All of these, well, sometimes I don't do like the art labeling, but the actual multiple choice questions and all that, I always put that in the Quizlet. And that's literally like primarily how I study. And I've got my own little folder set up over here. As you can tell, chapter 2 and 3 I have not dove that deep into, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not great at biology, and you would think I would spend more time trying to figure all that out and memorize that, but nope, I'm just whatever about it, like at this point, you know. So my finals are coming up, I think. I wonder if I can find it. I'm so sorry for all these tabs, it bothers me too. I hope it don't bother you that bad. Let's see. Oh, I can show you my average right now too. I'm not gonna lie, it went down. It went down from a 98.56 or something like that to a 91.06, which is really depressing. That's like on the verge of a B. That's almost a B. So I'm a little stressed about that, because our final exams, as you can see, count almost 40% of our whole grade. And our midterms only counted 25, and it pulled me down that much. So that's a little concerning. Let's see, yeah. Final exam lecture, final exam review, and then lab final exam. So that's a little nerve-wracking, but I'm really not that. It looks like a lot because there's just so much to do, but yeah, I've got to kind of kick it in gear and get this chapter 11 done. And oh, and I also watch on YouTube crash course videos for anatomy and physiology, because that helps so much. So yeah, I'm going to try my best to finish A&P 1 with at least, I'm hoping at least a B, of course, but an A would be fantastic, because that looks even better on my application for the LPN program this coming up fall. So yeah, that's what I'm looking like right now. But oh me, it's been interesting to say the least, I guess you could say. So yeah, That's what I'm working with. Just kind of wanted to update and let y'all know I passed my test, and I did pretty much what I was praying for, like, you know, the grades that I made, which I'm very pleased with. Like, praise Jesus. I was stressing, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm really nervous about the finals. And I don't know if the finals is gonna be on everything we've learned, just like the midterm was like all of the chapters, or if the finals are going to be just these last 4 chapters, because I'm not going to lie, the last chapter, chapter 10, was the longest chapter of the whole entire book. Like, it was, oh my god, it took forever. It was ridiculous. But yeah, there's a few things I am worried about too that she might include, would be like chapter 9, which there was no interactive reading with it. It was just strictly like random videos, and you had to answer a bunch of like lab questions, and I really didn't learn anything from it, I'm not gonna lie to you. And it had to do with like all the bones, and I don't know. So I hope none of that's included. I don't know. I have no idea. Which I know she'll send out a video like the week before, a week and a half before finals, explaining everything, but yeah. That's where I'm at right now. So, where's my alarm going off? I've got to go pick up Jace, and yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Well, as you can tell, I've got some new accessories. I was riding on Jace's little dirt bike, and I wrecked, and I broke my right collarbone. So my right arm is pretty much useless right now. I can move like from my elbow to my wrist and fingers, like that's fine, but above the elbow to my actual shoulder, a lot of pain. I cannot really move it, so it hurts when I lean over, and hurts when I move in general. So it's interesting. Can't believe that I actually broke my collarbone, especially in a dirt bike little crash. I don't even think I was going 10 miles an hour. So it's embarrassing. But yeah. So I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm having to sleep on the couch because I'm too nervous to like lay down in bed flat, and I'm scared I'm gonna roll over or something on it. So I slept on the couch and it was not comfortable, but it is what it is. This is my new normal for a little bit. We went to the clinic today, the orthopedic trauma, and they said that it's up to me whether I want to have surgery or not. I don't want to have surgery, so I'm gonna let it heal on its own. Hopefully it heals great. He said 90% of the fractures like this heal fine on their own. I'll just have like a kind of a big ugly notch up where my collarbone is, which is fine. I don't care. As long as it doesn't affect me functionally, like physically or anything, we're good, which he said it shouldn't. So I go back in 6 weeks for another x-ray and CT scan to make sure everything's going good, and yeah. So praise God, no emergency surgery or anything like that, but yeah. Okay, so I don't know if you can see very well, but I've spent my time studying today and actually writing everything down. It's the first time I've really been able to write since I broke my collarbone. It's still, not gonna lie, it's kind of hurting my shoulder, but I'm just kind of powering through right now. Got my lovely little crash course. Go pull up. That's basically what I've been using to study today, and it's been wonderful. I love crash course. I just kind of want to show you guys. It's not pretty. Handwriting's not pretty. The drawings are not pretty. But it is what it is. I'm just working with what I've got. I've got so far quite a good bit of information on here. There's still so much more room on this whiteboard that I've got to fill. But basically that's the autonomic nervous system. I've got some stuff about neurons up there. There's some central, the lobes, and then I'm starting down here on the peripheral. I'm on that right now. It looks like I've got a good bit written, but there's still so much of the whiteboard left. I really don't know if I'm going to have enough information to fill it up, but I'm trying. So far so good. My final exam lecture, the lecture is tomorrow, and then the lab is the next day. More worried about the lecture just because of how much more information it's going to be. I think she said 150 questions. We've got an hour and a half to do it, and 80% of it is from all of these chapters, all about the nervous system and everything within it, and then 20% is from everything else that we learned, like from the midterms and stuff, the earlier chapters, which I think I've got that in the bag. I'm not stressing about that at all. It's just this, me breaking my collarbone has really put me in a bad spot. To put it simply, like it's been rough trying to do my schoolwork, trying to study, like it's not been easy. Starting to bruise, I don't know if you can tell, and there's the little notch that he was talking about it would leave on me. There's more bruising. But overall, like, I'm okay, I'm making it. It's just been not easy. Alright, so today is my first final exam. It's my lecture. I think she said it's going to be 150 questions, and if I'm right, I think she said it's an hour and a half, maybe 2 hour time limit. I'm really nervous. I took the final exam review last night and did not do well. Like, if I had got the questions right that I should have known, then I should have made like an 88. But because my brain just ain't braining. I also took it at like 11 o'clock last night, so I'm trying to cram all this in. But there was the first 20 questions were things that we have not really even went over yet. Like, there are certain kind of bones, not just like the skull bones, but like what all was on there? There was one that was like specifically a hand bone. And again, like, we have not went in depth with any of this. And also muscles. That I don't know how we're supposed to know the names of them when we really did not go over it. Like, they're from a module, if you'll call it that, where she'll give us like a chapter, and it may not even be her fault. I know this is supposed to be like an accelerated course that I'm taking, but I just don't understand the point of having a chapter on, let's say, articulations, like joints and things like that, and then throwing in a random thing of muscles. And it's like you already don't have enough time to fully read through the chapter on articulations and actually comprehend what you're reading, and then go ahead and do both the homeworks, like lab and regular, and then all the quizzes and the dynamic study modules. It feels like that's a lot to do within just 3 days, and then on top of throwing in this random thing that has nothing to do with it. I don't know. So yeah, some of them I ended up guessing right, so you know, that was kind of nice, but there was a lot of them that I was just like, what? Yeah, so I'm praying that it goes well. I'm hoping that the exam is more on questions that I do know. That I've been studying like crazy the past couple of days on the CNS, PNS, and ANS, like, because that's what I thought this was going to be on. But apparently it's pulling stuff from those little assignments that were just randomly thrown in that, well, I didn't know till the night before. So hopefully if there are questions from that on there, it'll be hopefully maybe like the same ones, and I can remember what the answers were. But yeah, it took me a solid whole 2 hours last night to do the review, just because I would answer the question first, and then I would like look it up to make sure that was the right thing, because even after you submit it, it doesn't tell you the right answer. I don't know why. I don't understand how it's going to be much of a review if you like fail a question and then like, oh well, I'm not going to tell you the right thing, so you don't really know what to study. Whatever, like fend for yourself kind of stuff, so that kind of sucks. I'm praying that I at least make a 70. I have to make a C at least in order to pass this class. Like, these finals are what's going to make or break my grade. Right now I have a 91, but I'm telling you, like, if I flunk this, there goes my grade. Like, because this takes up, I think, 40% or so of my actual whole average. I don't know. It's a lot. So I'm praying for at least a 70. I would love at least an 80. Just in case things don't go right with the college that I'm hoping to apply for this fall, then I can apply to the other one. But the other one, the second choice, that you have to have like at least a B in A&P. So, I don't know. I'm stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm really worrying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying not to worry, but after last night's review, I'm just like, oh crap. I don't know. It's like I'm just putting it in God's hand at this point, which if I fail it, I know it's on me. But It's gonna be really disappointing. It's 12 o'clock right now. I have to be up there and start it by 1, so I'm about to leave here in just a minute. Get up there a little bit early so I can sit in the parking lot and just cram more things in. Oh Lord, be with me. Okay, but yeah. Lectures today and labs tomorrow. Again, just praying for at least a 70, would love a 80. But whatever the Lord's willing. I mean, if I fail, then we'll move on to something else. It's not for me, so we'll just have to work on it. I don't know, but I'm really hoping I pass, so I'll let you know. Okay, so another quick small update. The final exams were brutal. They were very hard, much harder than the midterm, which is again surprising because the final exams were actually only on like 4 to 5 chapters, where the midterms were on like 10, or it was like double the amount of information, and I did way better. They were a lot easier than the final. I kind of bombed the finals, both of them, my lecture and my lab. It was not great, but for some reason she just changed my scores up to a C now, so, and they were not even close to that, so I don't really know what that was about. But I finished with A&P 1. It's done. I passed. I needed just a C. I ended up passing it with a B. I don't know if you can see. It's a 83.49. Give or take just a few little, maybe a point if even that. She's got to add in 3 quizzes and a dynamic study module she hasn't put in yet. They should all be 100s. So it may bring it up to like 84 or something. Maybe an 85. I don't know. But I'm pumped. I'm done. I'm a step closer to applying for the LPN program, which is crazy. And to think I just have one more. Like, all I have is A&P 2. And as long as I can pass that with at least a C, we're golden. Like, we're going straight in to apply, which I'm hoping I'll get accepted. But with me having a B, that's great. That gives me a wider opportunity to choose which college I want to go to. I'm most likely going to stick with the college that I'm at right now, but if things don't work out with me applying there, I do have a backup plan now. So thankfully I've got the B. That saved me on that. I'm kind of like in shock. It hasn't really set in yet. So yeah, spring break right now, so I'm spending the rest of this week just relaxing. I'm done. As far as I know, we're starting A&P 2 on Monday, but I don't know. I haven't gotten emails. Nobody said anything. I have no idea. So it may be a little bit longer, but yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm so grateful. Like, oh, I was so worried, and I was praying so much. I was like, please just at least let me pass with a C. I got a B, and that's truthfully what I wanted. I knew an A was not realistic, and that's fine. That's great. But yeah, so yeah, I'll let you guys know how A&P 2 is going, I guess, here shortly. Hey,